the sun, you could have stayed. It's only over when the day is done. I never knew you was a runner, yeah. I mistook you for a son. It don't matter what we think when it's all over. 'Cause this is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice and raise your power, yeah. This is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice, raise your power, yeah.
Archie, is it fun?
Fun.
Fun.
After me. Ready? Happy?
Happy.
New?
New?
New.
Boom.
Was wrong to say I wouldn't change a thing, 'cause in the story of our lives, the best of times through color glass, time rolls on enough to let me move on past, but every little now and then it creeps on back to shape my smile.
Today is August 26, 2022. It is exactly on the dot 2 a.m. This is my back end. New subscribers, welcome. I'm uploading a new video right now, and I have 20 minutes left. We'll come back to it. Hopefully I remember to check back while I'm recording at the end. All right, so let's go on Twitter. I have a lot to share with you. This, I literally just saw it when I clicked Twitter page, and I added to my list. All right, if Harry wanted to play polo, he should have stayed in the UK. He's disrespecting the 96-year-old queen by playing in the US with Americans and Nacho. We want him here to always be number 2 to his brother's number 1 at good British polo matches. OMG and Netflix, his titles must be removed. That's the complaint the UK British media keep complaining. So yeah, Harry's gonna be playing polo. That I saw the announcement from Scobie like in the middle of the day yesterday. I think I have something about it on the list. Let's see here. Palace is not claimed. Okay, maybe later on. Okay, let's see some of the comments, and then I'll really get into the good tweets regarding the podcast Meghan did with Serena Williams. Okay, you hit all their buzzwords. What is their obsession with Netflix? Harry and Meghan working with Netflix equal bad, but Buckingham Palace opens its door to Strictly Come Dancing equal good. Make it make sense. Well, Strictly is a good British show, and Charles and Camilla are the future king and queen. So of course they can film at BP. Plus they are white, so all this alright. That's them problem. That's them problem. Okay, happy for our fifth, Meghan Archetype, don't believe that type, Duchess of Sussex, Meghan Markle. Okay, 25 seconds. If there's a music, I'm not gonna play it, but let's see what he's saying. There's a music. I don't know if I'm gonna get the flag for it. Okay, and who does he think he is to look so happy with his new life, beautiful wife, and real brother, Nacho? Polo isn't even a British sport. It was taken by the Brits when they occupied northern India. That baby looks a lot like Gollum. Why don't they just get on with it like they tell Harry and Meghan to do all of the time? I don't know. If they all they need to do is mind their own business and focus on what they do best, whatever it is. But they keep on looking over Harry's shoulder to see what he's doing, and it's driving them nuts. If Harry was miserable, having a hard time, they will be happy. I don't understand these people. Let's read some few more and then move on. Okay, and looking yummy, the Sussex squad posting are the best. The GIF is priceless. He loves this GIF, the comments and GIF. Stop it. OMG, Joe, stop. Alright, let's go to the next tweet. So now I'm more into, I don't know. Let's see. What did I put? I'm probably gonna have 2 videos because I have a lot. Meghan was slapping Tom Bowers all in the face on his revenge lies with her soothing voice. When I saw this tweet, I post that this came to mind. Fuji's Killing Me Softly with his song, and I put the YouTube link of it. There's the laugh. I was laughing at the way she told the media bullies the truth. They thought she wouldn't go there. Meghan Markle was very professional, something the UK media lacks. Archetype, I keep on saying Archie, but it's Archetypes. Okay, Archetypes. Okay, Archwell audio is a must. Okay, Meghan is the good. She doesn't even have to mention names, but her reach land anywhere. She's my lady warrior since age 11. And the my friend Serena, I'm sure the Bao investors are asking for their money back. Hope so. Yes, he and his ilk were dragged, but she did it with style. That is for sure. She has a way of doing her shade, and not only that, her friends too, not just Serena. What's her other friend who did a interview where she said Meghan have receipts and all of that? I'm telling you, they're messing with the wrong Duchess, because her friends and her, they know how to throw shade. Okay, it was beautiful, wasn't it? What was it? She was the one who said she knows why the person was left, because it's gross misconduct, this kind of thing. I don't think she said they have receipt or anything like that. At least the clip that I have doesn't say it, but she said she knows why they left. It's because of gross misconduct, and then that they are, you know, it's good that they're doing the investigation. I think that had to do with the bullying.
We're all happy that we are in a new era. You know, we get to tell the truth. Things are different now. I will say, I don't speak for them. I speak for myself. I'm so thankful that they are finally acknowledging the experience. But on the other side, I know that the family and the staff were well aware of the extent of it. And though their recollections may vary, ours don't, because we lived through it with them. I don't know who knew. I know that the family and the staff knew. I have known her for 17 years, and I have seen the way that she regards the people around her and the people she works with, and I can say she's not a bully. But I can also say that I am personally glad that people are doing their due diligence, because I also know why someone had to leave, and it was for gross misconduct.
There's the laugh with the heart. People are laughing. Please, Duchess, don't hurt them. The book really came and went. I hope in the trash where it belongs. So true. Next tweet. Just so you understood that Meghan's podcast, Archetypes, was out, 2 British tabloids, Daily Mail and Daily Express, published 51 articles. What? 51 articles within 24 hours about the podcast. 51 articles. Spotify didn't even need to promote it. Don't believe that type. What? 51? Are these the same people who were planning to do the strike? What's today? Today's Friday, I believe. Yeah, Friday. Are these the same people who were supposed to do the strike today? Wow. Okay, I'm leaving this Cuddy clip wherever I can. It's so funny and so true. Okay, Meghan Markle, to her obsessed haters, please keep listening and streaming and talking about archetypes. It benefits her. All right, 15 seconds. What is it?
I want to thank my haters too because they be downloading my stuff so they can hear it and talk crap about it, but it benefits me.
That is so true. That is so true. On point indeed. Okay, looks like the people they poll lie to them. Let's see here. Bookmark this tweet for when Meghan's podcast drops and it goes to the top of the chart in UK. Alright, that was 3/30/22 March. Okay, let's see, what did they say here? Okay, 20. Oh, they changed it. She highlighted, they changed it. And a poll that went from 10 a.m. on Friday, March 18 to 8 a.m. on Monday, March 21st, Express COUK asked, quote, will you listen to Meghan Markle's new Spotify podcast? The poll gathered a huge response with 21,035 people casting their vote and hundreds of comments left below to accompanying the articles. Overwhelmingly, voters said no, they won't be listening, with 98%. Can you believe this? 98% choosing that option. Just 1%, 285 people said yes, they listened. 51 people said they weren't sure if they listened or not. In the comments left below, the poll readers mostly said they just didn't feel like the podcast interests them. Okay, so that was okay. Wow. So okay, this is the tweet. So how did they get this? So did they change it? Okay, so that's the date. Okay. All while saying it was a bore. They will be tuned in every week, then they'll whine about how bad it is, rinse and repeat, lol, the masochist, lol, Meghan is winning at life, triggering a lot of Meghan haters, lol. Spotify can distinguish hate listeners and fans. All they know is their money was worth it. That's for sure. That is 100% true. Okay, columnists must have paid their mortgage since Archetype dropped. I listened, and apart from the horror of fire with struck fire, what's that? With struck by how Meghan Markle remains authentic. She doesn't compromise her goal despite organized national bullying, and also Serena trying to dim her lights to avoid criticism was heartbreaking. Yeah, I mean, it's very sad. And meanwhile, through their hardship, they breaking barriers for the coming generation that's gonna be either in the sports or in the limelights and people's as a figure, how we say as whatever celebrity it might be. Meanwhile, they're going through all of this. They're breaking the barriers for the future tennis players, future actress or celebrity, and I hope the young generation will understand what Meghan and Serena have gone through, and many others, not just them, but because I'm discussing the podcast that feature both of them, so I'm mentioning them, but there are countless of others. Let's say was this political figure, Stacey Abrams, who's breaking barriers. I mean, I know they cheat her out of the last election she ran for the governor, but we'll see this November. But there's a lot of other people who's doing the fighting. Okay, just to say. Okay, no surprise at this. Meghan #1 trending in the UK. The British media bread and butter is Meghan Markle. She's finally making money off of their obsession. That's right. That is true. That is 100% true. And the other thing that I realize is that they give her content as well, because her first one was basically based on the nonsense. They're degrading ambition because she was striving for the best, just like anybody should. So she used it against them. in a positive way. So that is absolutely 100% true. She's finally making money off of their obsession. That is true. Let's see here. There's one comment. That's so great. Let her keep enjoying it all. Billionaire all the way. Okay, that's so good for Meghan's bottom line. Her podcast is trending #1 in Canada, #2 in the US. I think that had changed. Throughout the day, that have changed. It's been #1 almost all of the countries that I came across that the squad sort of put screenshot. I think I have it. I'll put it when I'm editing. Okay, let the haters listen and write articles. She's Meghan, who knows her worth, how to earn a living, and she's not dimming her light for anyone to shine, neither should you. That is true. Okay, and the grand scheme of things, their articles don't amount to a hill of beans except popularize the podcast. That is true. The more they write, the more they show their dirty hands. Archetypes don't believe the types. Okay, oh my god, they are obsessed with Meghan. Sadly, the equally obsessed trolls will blame Meghan for their and the tabloids' obsession. Like Meghan's supposed to stay quiet. Okay, UK media, when Meghan does anything, including breathing. Okay, next week Kent will be like, okay, I have a weekly podcast. Alright, doing what, keeping up with the mumbles. Nobody wants to listen to her mumbling on about herself. Not even her so-called friends will listen to it. Okay, Meghan is a force. Even haters make her rich and we love it. They obviously have nothing else to report on. She single-handedly keep Angela Levine employed. The other couldn't get one article, let alone 54 articles about them. Wow, that's insane. Alright, after what's on the screen, that's it. The British media gave Meghan's podcast free publicity. Talk radio, TV presenters hate her so much that they unknowingly ended up publicizing Meghan's podcast for about 15 minutes. They've added more to that number since they, not to mention the morning shows talking non-stop about it. They are stressed. That's the laugh. And you could see, no wonder why the palace is going mad based on their mouthpieces, because they know what they did to her. And it just didn't work. She survived it, so she can talk about. They didn't think she would be able to talk about it, so that's why they're running mad like a chicken without a head. Okay, all the nonsense, they were so happy to put on her, the pain and suffering, so they know what they did to her, and she survived all of it. Stalking, nothing but stalking. You may write me down in history with your bitter, twisted lies. You may trod me in the very dirt. But still, like dust, I'll rise. Duchess Meghan manifests that poem. Yep. Alright, let's go to the next tweet. What is it? V did a video about that. Alright, with the... Oh, what is that? Let's go. Next tweet. They just don't want to say it out loud, but the reason they don't like Meghan Markle is because she's not white. Alright, let's see here. 2 minutes and 15 seconds. I'm gonna have to stop in between, okay? Just letting you know. YouTube is keeping a tab on me. I'm telling you, everything that I upload, I'll show you. Let's see. There's one video I wanted to put live yesterday. There it is. Yep, this video is being reviewed. But the one before that, which was I believe this one. Oh, not that one. This one. Okay. They let it go. But what happened is that I made a announcement yesterday before this one was finished edit. I said, oh, if I upload it and then everything is fine, I'm gonna make it public. I should not do that. I can't make announcement in advance because YouTube is paying close tab on me, and then they don't want me to publicize my work that's coming up, and then they go and I know for a fact there's so many little things. It's hard to prove, but small little things that I see are happening. I think they put a tab on my channel when they see something to automatically halt it, because this is where and how you make money. The first day the video is public, okay, people are tuned into it, they will watch it, and throughout the lifespan of the video, maybe once in a while somebody click on it and all of that. This is what they want for my videos. Once in a while, not the first day, but later on in time, once in a while people click on it. But the first day, the debut, they don't want that. So right now the talk of the town is Meghan podcast. So what happened is that they hold it. After it calmed down, nobody's talking about it, then they okay the video, and then now I make it public. Okay, by then not too many people's interesting about the topic. So me, I'm not in a rush for any of this. My channel wasn't even supposed to be about the Sussexes at all. So this is why, as long you guys are willing to watch them and be patient, I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. So this is why, what is it? The video that came on live yesterday, the day before, you know, is about the HBO, about Princess Diana. Not too many people talking about it. Okay, so the interest is not there anymore. But you could see the views are not there. Okay, so people now interest is into the podcast, not the HBO anymore. So they know exactly what they are doing with my channel. So when all the buzz is died down, then that's when I could make my money. And I think also what they did, someone put a comment on the comment section I saw just before after I turn on the computer, is that they don't even see my videos anymore. They don't get the notification that my video is live. It's like, what happened? I don't see your video. I said, my response to her is that I have something new every day. So that's all I could say. Keep checking your notification. Alright, so YouTube is keeping a tab on all of my videos. The hot topic, they hold the video. Okay, they hold the video. Hold it meaning that they want to review it. So that usually takes 7 days. Okay, your request review through August 25th. We review most videos within 7 days. Okay, so they're gonna hold it. There's someone who really looking after my videos. Okay, hold it, and then when they decided to review it, you know, they say, okay, my videos have nothing really controversies, because there's other channels that's talking worse thing, but they don't have that problem, but mine do. So, you know, if I focus too much on it, be mad and complain, I'm just gonna be yelling and avoid, because they know what they're doing. Okay, just check on my channels every day. All right, so let's get back to this. Okay, they just don't want to say it out loud, but the reason they don't like Meghan Markle is because she's not white. Okay, what was it, 2 minutes and something seconds?
I don't know. I have no idea. Can I say something like that?
Of course.
I have no idea, and you don't either.
We can't say
Do you
that.
think she had a plan all along, Bonnie?
What?
A plan to do what?
Take Prince Harry from the arms of the royal family, rise from being a Z-list celebrity to a lot more. Do you think she planned the whole thing?
What the hell is that? What kind of question is that? Her plan was to do that? She fell in love with the guy, and whatever they had said in the engagement interview was their plan right there. Meghan said she will do charity work that's close to her heart, what she's passionate about. They had planned to work with the royal family.
Meghan, given your acting and the profile you had, you'd already been involved in various causes, you've been an ambassador for UN Women. What about this new role? I mean, you're going to have a bigger platform, a bigger voice. What do you want to do with it?
Really exciting as we talk about the transition of this out of my career but into the role is that, as you said, the causes that have been very important to me I can focus even more energy on, because very early out of the gate I think you realize once you have access or a voice that people are willing to listen to, with that comes a lot of responsibility.
So all of this stuff that Meghan have said at the interview, they forget about it, but they're turning their own narrative into something completely different. Meghan have been doing all of this stuff at a lower scale because she was a private citizen who was doing things to help other people. Now the royal family, who we cannot deny it, they have the platform. They are very well known globally. So now she's with them, she has the platform, so she's gonna expand some of the things that she has been doing, helping other people, you know, by using the platform. Wasn't what that the royal family claimed they're supposed to be? Helping people, be patron of charities and all of that? How come they completely forget about that? Meghan didn't change any narrative. It's just that now she's married with Harry, and don't forget, Harry did say he loves her. So they completely forget all about that.
So, you know, the fact that I fell in love with Meghan so incredibly quickly was a sort of confirmation to me that everything, all the stars were aligned, everything was just perfect. It was this beautiful woman just sort of literally tripped and fell into my life. I fell into her life.
But let's continue listening to what Meghan have said in the interview. But the thing is that I have to stop because YouTube have been flagging this video as well. So I need to interrupt it in the middle somehow.
Which I take seriously. And at the same time, I think in these beginning few months and now being boots on the ground in the UK, I'm excited to just really get to know more about the different communities here, smaller organizations who are working on the same causes that I've always been passionate about under this umbrella. And also being able to go around to the Commonwealth. I think it's just the beginning of a...
There's a lot to do.
Really?
There's a lot to do.
My goodness. How do they plan to... Are you kidding me? And then the worst thing is, it's not, I don't think it's Meghan who made the decision to leave. It's Harry. But they blame... What kind of question is that? Okay, let's move it back. I know some of you are annoyed when I stop in between. You just want it to be played out completely. But like I said, YouTube have a bullseye on my channel, so I have to stop in between. All right, let's
rise
listen.
from being a Z-list celebrity to a lot more. Do you think she planned the whole thing in her head?
Well, how insulting to Harry.
I'm just a very good point.
I mean,
yeah?
how insulting. I mean, seriously, this is a grown man. He fell in love with
Thank
her,
you.
obviously. You fell in love with your wife.
I did.
Okay, there you go. That's it.
But you don't think there's anything about Meghan that is, and I think a lot of people in this country feel this. They feel, I actually think people in this country were very excited, and then they felt let down by them both. Do you understand?
How the hell? Can you... They felt let down to take all the amount of abuse that they went through, and then there's countless of others we don't even know about? Are you effing kidding me? So Meghan and Harry were supposed to take all of that abuse and then show smile every time they go places.
I'm sorry we can only come and give words and comfort, but we are thinking about you the whole time and we really care about what's going on. So sometimes it's that's more than financial. Well, if we can give you the odd smile here and there, that's important. Well, if we can give you the odd smile here and there, that's important. So, you know.
They're supposed to take it. My goodness. Wow. This guy is freaking idiot. I know he's looking at the camera to, you know, giving the nod to his people. Just say, look, I'm asking the tough question. Are you f***ing kidding me?
No, I don't feel it. I mean, first of all, she's a grown woman. She's a Californian, and Lady Victoria knows California.
Yeah.
She acted exactly as she should act.
So you're not surprised by what happened?
What happened?
In terms of the fact that they quit the royal family and went to America?
Well, she's a grown-up.
I think it's
and
so
they should have actually allowed her to do her thing. And as you said, she was a very good thing on paper and in fact for this country and for the royal family. It was a coup.
Listen.
That is true. She hit the nail on the head. She was a good thing on paper and everything else that she said. But their hate is so strong, they can resist their inner feelings to attack her, and then they expect her to take it. Are you effing kidding me? Fire in the baby's room, she's supposed to take it. What other places that she go where the royal family arrange things for her in advance and then go there and be in a trap? Are you effing kidding me?
The beauty of life is I don't actually agree with that at all, but there you go. Lady Victoria, what do you say? Is it all about victimhood? What's going on?
No, I mean, like, I kind of agree with Bonnie that I think it was quite a calculated move with Meghan. I think she, you know, set her sights on Harry from the beginning.
So, you know, the fact that I fell in love with Meghan so incredibly quickly, the fact that I fell in love with Meghan so incredibly quickly was a sort of confirmation to me that everything, all the stars were aligned, everything was just perfect. It was this beautiful woman just sort of literally tripped and fell into my life. I fell into her life.
Was very vulnerable. You know, from his childhood, and she latched onto that.
Jump in. Victoria, no, with respect. Yeah. We do know everything about Harry, you know, because he's been a public figure. But how can we sit here and psychoanalyze this guy? I mean, that's wrong. That's literally wrong.
Oh my God! What? I mean, what did they think of Harry? They think Harry was a puppet. Harry didn't know anything better for himself. Harry did not know anything. So Meghan just came in and snooped. Meanwhile, Harry was the smartest royal over there. He took his time to find the right woman. He created Santa Bali. He did all of those stuff. So you telling me Harry doesn't know anything? Nothing at all. It was just an empty head that Meghan just came and snooped him over and put things in it. Are you effing kidding me? These people are effing ridiculous. Wow. Oh, I would love for Meghan to have Harry on her last season, okay, of her podcast, to talk about all of this with Harry. I cannot believe these people. So I'm pretty sure they're gonna say when Harry come out with his memoir, some of the things that he says, they're gonna say it's Meghan who voted for him. I won't be surprised at all. These people are freaking ridiculous. Wow. And that's an insult to Harry as well, the way that they're making Harry seems. But let's listen. I'm moving it back slightly.
Well, how can we sit here and psychoanalyze this guy? I mean, that's wrong. That's literally
no, but
wrong.
I think that is the way he comes across. And,
but that's not the same thing as who
her
he is.
personality.
You do that to people.
But her personality is very overpowering.
Come on, don't do that to him. This guy's a grown
but
up.
He
He
looks
knows
like
what
a
he's
weak
doing.
Thank you.
He's been with her. He was a proper man. He's been with her. He was a proper man.
We'll have all the fun then.
So, you know, the fact that I fell in love with Meghan so incredibly quickly was a sort of confirmation to me that everything, all the stars were aligned, everything was just perfect. It was this beautiful woman just sort of literally tripped and fell into my life. I fell into her life.
A husband, obviously, but also giving up your career.
Sorry. Take two.
He looks like a weakling since he's been with her.
We're a fantastic team, we know we are.
We're reuniting today. Before I miss him so much.
Sorry. Take two.
Meghan, are you proud of your husband?
I'm always proud of him.
But he looks like a weakling since he's been with her.
Since I first visited Africa at 13 years old, I've always found hope on the continent. In fact, for most of my life, it has been my lifeline. A place where I've found peace and healing time and time again. It's where I felt closest to my mother and sought solace after she died, and where I knew I had found a soulmate in my wife.
But he looks like a weakling since he's been with her.
And where I knew I had found a soulmate in my wife.
Now, it is my distinguished honor to introduce someone that I think you'll all be very excited to hear from. He has also spent many late nights and early mornings planning for these games to make them as perfect as possible for each of you. I could not love and respect him more, and I know that all of you feel the same. I could not love and respect him more, and I know that all of you feel the same.
No, it's all right. No.
Because he is your fellow veteran, having served 2 tours of duty in Afghanistan and 10 years of military service. He's the founder of the Invictus Games and the father to our 2 little ones, Archie and Lily. Please welcome my incredible husband, Prince Harry of the Sussex.
He looks like a weakling since he's been with her. He was a proper man.
It's your character that matters most.
He was a proper man.
All right, let's make it more simple. I haven't got a lot of
I
time.
cannot believe the discussion over there with these white people. That's an insult to Harry in some shape or form. Like Harry didn't know anything better. Anything better.
It's your character that matters most.
Wow. And all I'm thinking is that the first blind date that they have, some of the thing Meghan was probably talking to him about, and then when he went home, I know the very first time I talk about it, some of you, the old subscribers, will know what I mean. But what I mean now, in the same sense as well, is that some of the thing Meghan have told him during the first blind date, and went home and checked it out, and it was exactly what he saw. So there was no lie. So that captivated him to see she was doing the same thing that he's been doing, and then it's not like she was making or faking things up or know what Harry was doing and then all of a sudden rushed and go do them and then post them on social media. And then Harry could go back from, well, her IG post no longer there anymore, IG page. So what Harry saw could go back several years and see the progression of things. All right, but let's see some of the comment. Did I just hear her say Harry looks like a weakling, or did they? And Meghan's personality is overpowering. How insulting is that? Thank you. Yes, that's a huge insult to Harry. Like Harry doesn't know anything. Who in the world is this Victor? I mean, why is her mouth sideways for a minute? That is why don't believe the types, don't believe the type. Okay, she also seems very overpowering. They're mad because she took one of their men and they will forever be mad over it. Okay, and Harry exposed her disease. The British establishment remains in the 21st century. Every pillar of British society is holding onto a world that no longer exists. And it's very sad. These people who are on national television is making the Brits look like that. But when you go on Twitter, individual, not personality presenters or whatever, just regular Brits, okay, they show the true character of human being. But it's very sad these people are talking like that on national television. Okay, and Harry exposed her. Okay, I just read that. What does Lady Victoria do again? Who is she? Give BJs to famous rich guy. I heard he was a proper man. What tied down to his grand handout. That's right. Proper man equals drinking, smoking, drug taking, loveless behavior, running around naked. Weakling equals protecting his family and leaving a toxic institution which he on more than one occasion said he didn't want to be part of. That's why. Okay, oh my word, they just can't help themselves. They just so hate that he chose her when he could have had any white woman on the planet. Okay, he did have white women, he just didn't want to marry them. That is true. That is true. That is true. Okay, yes, and so here we are. That's right. Strange how everyone is now a psychologist analyzing people from afar. Why is the British Psychological Society not doing anything about this? Very good point. Very good point. I think Harry and Meghan's marriage to a lot of people is going to be a pain where the sun doesn't shine until they die. It is forbidden food to them to see him off to USA with a black woman. There's a thinking face. Sorry, but I don't know why black people go on Talk TV or GB News. Was that the GB News? Both shows are owned by racists. But guess what? In a way, I understand. But at the same time, they need to show equally balanced thing to show the pushback as well. So whoever had the guts, the audacity to show up, by all means, because that woman, that black woman, was talking sense. Maybe some of the racists could see reality at some point. Okay, because I don't think I could do it. Presented by racists and racially gatekeepers for the entertainment of racists, saddened that Trisha and Bonnie are giving this to show oxygen. Hey, whatever. I mean, I understand, but this is why is it Oprah Winfrey was saying that, and when she had her her talk show, she said she understands why not to give those racists a platform, because it gaslight those racists. So they're giving. We already know GB News, whoever's in the UK. I never really watched their show fully. We know it's, propaganda kind of thing and whatever. So they're bringing someone who is not them. In a way, I think that's good to, maybe shed light onto those people. Okay, a lot of these Kate Rangers and royal trolls have finally come out of their clan closet and shown their full-blown color, the clan hooded color, and they are very proud of it, as they have the clan at the top of the social ladder to look up to. And the thing is that, don't get me wrong, I don't think Kate is in a good position right now. There's some stuff I don't even bother sharing, because I don't even want to share my opinion on this, because it's not pretty. So I don't even talk about it. But that picture in particular where William with the kids, and I forgot how the headline was, and it, as if he's a good dad and everything like that. And my response to it was, where is the kid's mother? Okay, she's still alive. So Kate is not in a good place right now. So these people, the royal family, they don't know how to do anything authentic. So anything that had happened in the past that is received positively, these are the things they're gonna try to recreate. And one of the things they just did that they tried to recreate was when Prince Charles was sitting on the lawn with Harry and the other brother. Okay, when the brother was hitting him on the head. Okay, so that was received nicely, I guess, in the UK, because that was probably after Princess Diana died or divorced. I don't remember what time it was taken, but it was received nicely. But there you have here now, the mother of those children are still alive. They're recreating that same moment. So if I was Kate, just watch your back. Just watch your back, because the same thing is gonna happen. Okay? Yep, some of them will scream, quote, "It's because she's biracial, it's her behavior." Yet when asked to give example that didn't come from a troll or a debunked tabloid rumor, you get crickets or blacked. Alright, not surprised that vocal Andrew supporter Victoria is anti-Harry and Meghan. Is she speaking for the royal family? Is this the narrative they decide on for Harry? And why the carnival of so-called experts peddled the same line? Is this the script they've been giving? Probably. Thank goodness they left. I think there's stronger case for the two white people to make allegation of stalking regarding the circumstances of how Kate Middleton nabbed William, but I guess that won't allow them to show off their races. Okay, the blonde one is constantly defending the sexual predator Andrew, but it's the black one being in the family that's got her bothered. I'm telling you, their principle is out the window. That is out the window. Alright, so there's more comment, but let's move on. Status tired. Okay, let's go to the next tweet. Oh, did I skip something? Okay. The KP staff went crying to the voter every time Meghan sent them an email, but somehow forgot to mention the time her son's nursery caught fire. Remember how they bragged to Tatler about their nasty nicknames for Meghan? They bullied her. That is true. That's the British royalists. They love bullies and liars. And I really believe they intend to off Archie. I think that was the plan. That's been the plan ever since Meghan was pregnant. That's been the plan. Alright, there were far too many incidents for it to not have been intentionally on the British royal family part. Yep, and then who made the arrangement on what hotel they're gonna stay? Okay, who was there before that? Who was the last person from the royal family who was in that room? And then they know the schedule. And I'm pretty sure this is not a cheap hotel. They're not gonna put them in a cheap hotel. Okay, I won't be surprised. You can trust white supremacists. Remember in one of my videos I talk about where in South Africa that apartheid general or something was spreading AIDS. Okay, these people, they have absolutely no human integrity, no human feelings. They just love to cause pain on others. That mindset of these people, it's really scary. They are crazy. They are truly crazy, and they're the one who's running the world. So at some point, those people who are defending them, who may not have the guts to do some of the things that they're doing, but you are defending them, when everybody else is gone, all the innocent people who's trying to live their lives, minding their own business, when these people are gone, you're gonna be living with crazies. By that time, you will have no one, okay, no one to hide behind to live your own life, because they're gonna come after you at some point. Okay, because if they are able to do that to any living human or any living creatures, just know you might be next. Whether you're white or you're not as racist as them, but you just stay quiet because it's not you that they're doing this to, eventually it will be you, because those mindset are really, really out of this world crazy. All right. Let's do the next comment. They didn't want to wait on a black woman, even a chambermaid. They thought they were better than her because they were white. Oh well, I know they love changing Kate's sheets. Okay, the tiniest breath was a subject of briefing on front page material, but not something like that. They knew what they were doing by choosing what to brief about. Okay, the nursery fire could have tugged on a few people's heartstrings and possibly gained Meghan a few more allies to speak out for her. That's right. This is the reason why they didn't make it public. They didn't want any sympathy coming from Meghan. That's the thing here. However, if their plan did work, okay, then you will see the royal family come out as if, oh my God, I'm so heartbreaking, this is so tragic, oh my God, this and that, you know, the same thing they did after Princess Diana died. They pushed those kids to walk behind their mother's coffin, and then they walk alone. Meanwhile, there's a huge possibility, in my humble opinion, they were behind that accident. Okay, so the same blueprint was being played. the British royal family and their courtiers, mouthpieces, and the media couldn't have that. Okay, remember it was reported as an intruder at the time. So what happened to the investigation? Did they mention that? Okay, I'm not aware of that. Of course, they're gonna have their mouthpiece to lie for them.
Prince Charles expected his butler to keep visits to Camilla a secret from the princess.
Paul just turned around to him and said, well, are you expecting me to lie for you, Your Royal Highness? And Prince Charles said, well, yes. Yes, I am. And went into this histrionics about being the King of England, the future King of England, the Prince of Wales, and you will lie, stamping his feet, and then threw this book in Paul's direction.
Okay, let's see here. This is just the first podcast installment. Harry's book must be a terrifying prospect. Just to balance this out, Princess Meghan closed a car door. That is true. That is true. The GIF that come out. Okay, listen, 1,000,001 stories about wedding tights and not one mention of a nursery fire. The math and mathing. Okay, go back to school and we take math. I mean, that is true. The thing that they reporting and things that they're not reporting is not adding up. Yes, she's right. Alright. The firm didn't want it mentioned, so no one leaked it. This is why you control the narrative. It's hard to spend something when you don't have advanced knowledge of it. They're trying, but she didn't say it was a major fire resulting in part of the home burning down. Yappers. The KP staff never ran crying to the voter. They did the best they could with an impossible new senior royal to deal with. The truth and facts matter. Okay, so why don't they come out with, why don't they make the bullying public? Okay, if you're saying this, yeah, the truth and facts matter, so why didn't come out with the bullying public, with the reporting? Okay, your feed is full of Meghan hate. Why not spend your time on the royals that you are supposed to love? I'm never on William and Kate's page because they're also uninteresting. I know why, you just love Meghan. There's that. It get worse, and every day my love for Meghan increases. She has gone through a lot. Yep. Okay. Do you believe her? Yes, I do. Yes, I do, because why would she bring a lie? And then how come now with the fire, that if you look at my last, I don't know, yesterday podcast or something, some of the tabloid were pretty much backing her up in some shape. They probably didn't mean it, but yeah. Okay, but where is Kate, aka Kate? She went off with the two she could take. One, she needs the nanny because we all seen she couldn't deal with young lady by herself. Then poor Kate, will she be okay come USA tour? Will they drug her into smile again? Okay, let me move on. Oh, I'm almost done. Okay, you mean the smoking heater that was Meghan's, that she brought with her? How the hell do you know all of this? The question really should be, did Meghan try to offer her what? To offer what? You know what? Baggage for God. Are you effing kidding me? She brought with her. Where do you dig up all of this shit? That is true. I'm laughing at the GIF. Let's see here. Even though they downplayed it, the Daily Mail confirmed. That's what I was saying. Luckily, I moved on because I was about to go to the next one. Okay, even though they downplayed it, the Daily Mail confirmed it. That's what I was trying to say before. Mystery of Meghan's South Africa drama. Royal sources said they do not recall a fire in Baby Archie's hotel room during couple's tour, but says staff did unplug a smoking heater. Okay? How the hell will you carry this along with you? Okay, the fire that broke out in the room where Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's son Archie was meant to be sleeping in South Africa involved an incident with a heater that started smoking, sources had confirmed. Archie, then 4 months old, was not in the room in Cape Town. Thank God for the babysitter. Was not in the room in Cape Town when the heater began to smoke, but the incident left the Duchess of Sussex shaken and in tears, she told tennis star Serena Williams and her new podcast. They're confirming it. So where do these other people coming up with their nonsense? Alright, others are understood to recall the incident, which took place in September 23rd, 2019, and while they do not remember there actually being a fire, okay, when there is a smoke, eventually there will be fire. That was gonna lead to a fire. Okay, the heater was certainly smoking and was unplugged and dealt with. Despite the upset, Meghan said in the Spotify podcast released yesterday that she was obliged to continue with official engagement, accusing those running the tour of concentrating on how it looks instead of how it feels. So the question here, who were some of the people who were officials who was it yesterday obliged to continue official? Okay, despite Meghan said released yesterday that she was obliged to continue with official engagement, accusing those who were running the tour. Okay, who were the people who were running the tour and who had access to that room? Okay, last after Harry and Meghan left, who snuck back in to do the nonsense that they did. Okay, and sources have defended the Duchess over the incident, saying it will have understandably caused concern to any parent. The Sussexes were subsequently moved to different accommodation as the tour continued. My goodness. Alright, so that's that. Let's move on to the next one. Oh my god, I have so much more and I'm already 44 minutes. Next tweet. Thank you, Kate Middleton, for your unwelcoming attitude and leaks.
What it means is that
much of the negativity towards the couple is coming from within the royal family. The royal family and staff of the royal family are the ones that are very often leaking these stories to the press.
Thank you, William, for your bullying and leaks.
What it means is that
have been, as we know, is that the Mail on Sunday had the ruling against them in February, and they were then appealing it. So it was lawyers from the Mail on Sunday who would have approached Jason Naff, knowing that these emails and messages existed. That would have been the point, unless, I mean, the most likely outcome is that Jason obviously would have then gone to William and Kate, and clearly he has cooperated. He would not have cooperated with those lawyers without their definite knowledge.
Thank you, Charles and Elizabeth II, for your narrow minds.
What it means is that
royal household about someone who was, at the time at least, a very senior member of the royal family. Meghan was married to the sixth in line to the throne. And, you know, this is very serious indeed. But one other thing that I've learned is that whilst this bullying claim was submitted by their then chief communications officer, the head of comms at Kensington Palace, the staff involved didn't know that had been submitted, and when they found out, they asked for it to be rescinded. So
thank you, Charles and Elizabeth II, for your narrow minds.
What it means is that
right. So that may have been one of the things that upset her, and of course the photographs were a setup. I was set up by a guy named Jeff Rayner and another guy named Dylan Howard, who was with American media, I think. And the whole thing was a plan to actually mess up the wedding.
Because of you, Harry and Meghan are free and are using their voices powerful and intelligently.
What it means is that we're all happy that we are in a new era. You know, we get to tell the truth. Things are different now. I'm so thankful that they are finally acknowledging the experience. But on the other side, I know that the family and the staff were well aware of the extent of it. And though their recollections may vary, ours don't.
Because of you, Harry and Meghan are free and are using their voices powerful and intelligently.
What it means is
I don't know who knew. I know that the family and the staff knew.
Archetypes. And this is the thing that on the video clip that I show in this video, that presenter should read that as well. Alright, William and Kate must be fuming at Meghan's success. No doubt they'll copy her in some form.
What it means is that
while they were braced for something explosive, they totally underestimated just how far Harry and Meghan would go. And I think they took everyone by surprise.
Okay, how I responded to that. I would love unfiltered Prince pegging discussing Rosebush. Okay, there's 6 comments under that. Okay, there's me here. Kate secretly listened to the podcast and is full of jealousy. William is angry because Kate isn't as great as Meghan. Look at, he had all the time in the world to choose the right person. I blame him for having her. Even though she chased him, he had a mind of his own to say, no, I do not want to marry. Okay, he's so jealous. He wants everything for himself. They put nonsense in his head, thinking he's the greatest of all human beings that ever existed. Okay, but he's the bottom feeder of a bottom feeder.
The interview was a major contribution to making my parents' relationship worse, and has since hurt countless others. It brings indescribable sadness to know that the BBC's failures contributed significantly to her fear, paranoia and isolation.
In February 1981, Charles and Diana came out to announce their engagement to the world.
Just delighted and happy.
No one knew it at the time, but the first interview they gave as a couple was an ominous sign of things to come.
I'm amazed that she's been brave enough to take me on. And I suppose in love.
Of course.
Whatever in love means.
I was brought up in the sense that, you know, when you got engaged with someone, you loved them. And the most extraordinary thing is we had this ghastly interview the day we announced our engagement, and this ridiculous ITN man said, "Are you in love?" So I thought, what a thick question. So I said, yes, of course we are, in the sort of fat Sloane Ranger that I was. And Charles turned around and said what ever in love means. That threw me completely.
Just weeks before their wedding day, Diana overheard Charles talking to his ex on the telephone.
She heard him on the telephone saying to Camilla, "Whatever happens, I will always love you."
It brings indescribable sadness to know that the BBC's failures contributed significantly to her fear, paranoia and isolation.
And that's before he went off to Australia. We have famous footage of her crying as he climbs aboard his plane.
At the time, the press just figured Diana was sad to see him go. But in reality, she was wondering if she should call the whole thing off.
Suffered. Do everything you can to make sure that whatever negative experiences that you had, that you can make it right for your kids.
And when asked who specifically knew that Meghan had been suffering from suicidal thoughts and had requested and been denied treatment, Janina had this to say.
I don't know who knew. I know that the family and the staff knew.
It brings indescribable sadness to know that the BBC's failures contributed significantly to her fear, paranoia and isolation.
I know that the family and the staff
Prince Charles expected his butler to keep visits to Camilla a secret from the princess.
I know that the family and the staff knew.
So now reality is striking. He can't handle it. So that's all his fault. Okay, KP's podcast begin in 3, 2, 1, LOL. I think judging by past behavior, I reckon the podcast from the Cambridges is inevitable. William follow Harry to the UN. Yeah, I think there's some rumors that he's gonna say something at the UN. Okay, next is Kate launching a podcast. Oh Lord. Those two are in constant competition with the Sussexes, and they think people haven't noticed. And meanwhile, there's something I posted on my community board. Let me go to it. Oh, let's see here. Now they're checking it. Okay, so add suitable is okay. So now they're checking for copyright. I'll come back to that. Shit, could I be able to do it? Oh, my community board. I could reach it to that. I think it was this. Let's see here. There was something that I post on my community board. Okay, the shade going on Twitter, so that's me keeping up some people. Sorry for the hype. YouTubers say not so far. Okay, where is it? Okay, this one. Alright, I'm here minding my business. I'm laughing here, thinking the Sussexes are several steps ahead. Okay, there's the horse here. Prince Harry already did his UN speech. He's moved on to other things. The left behind royals are probably now thinking Prince of Pegging should do one too. Anyway, let me go back to my cooking. So, oh my god, 108 people like it. I can't believe it. I was cooking when I was thinking about it, and I was like, oh, since I'm gonna post that, I was gonna show just the cooking. Then I said, let me update some of the squad of what's going on Twitter. There's Meghan #1, Archetypes. Okay, there's me frying some chicken for the kids. I did something for them, they didn't like it, but they took a taste on my plate, and all of a sudden they love it, so I had to do it again for them. Alright, so that's that. Alright, Pew, what happened to your I think I respond to that. Pew, what happened to your doing more cooking videos? I want new recipe. Bravo, Meghan. On my other channels, I was doing cooking thing and stuff like that. That's me here responding to her. I haven't done anything new lately. Boiling is not ideal for a video. Pew, I'm sure clutching my fake pearls and hooking heels right now. Yeah, you know, for almost all summer, you know what I was eating? Ramen noodles. Just the way that I make it, even though they come with the thing, I put a lot of vegetables and maybe I'll show you guys that, you know, those ramen noodles. But I'm trying to, I don't know if I want to take you guys along, because at some point I'm gonna be going back to the gym and do some exercises, and I would love to show you all of them step by step, things that I'm doing, how I'm eating and all of that. But because of haters and stuff like that, I don't want to show too many things. But it's very sad. I would love to show you guys the process. Right now it's just my stomach, because I haven't really done much exercise. It's just my stomach that's out of shape. But if I eat right in a controlled manner, I should have that under control. Because as a matter of fact, last September, when I thought of going back to the gym, in 1 week, literally 1 week, I reduced that because I didn't want to go to the gym with my big stomach. And once I heard that the gym, it's okay, I could postpone returning back, because they freeze my account. I think I have almost a year, close to a year, maybe 10 months on my membership. Freeze it. So as soon as they told me, oh, I could come back anytime, and then I went back to my regular way without controlling my portion and stuff like that. So I gained everything right back. All right, so let's read some of more comments. Thank heaven, without royal family, what is it, royal rats, okay, bigotry and vindictiveness, Prince Harry and Meghan might be still living in servitude to the scoundrels. Thank you, royal family and royal voters. That's for sure. Yeah, the amount of hate that they were throwing out non-stop, they expect them to take it. Then when they decided enough is enough, and then now they're crying and said, you know, like Harry didn't have a mind of his own. Okay, I thank God every day that these people didn't succeed and their intent goal to kill her and Archie. And I thank God that Harry and Meghan decided to live. Harry knew what he was talking about on that the Me You Can't See, I believe, where he said he saw history was repeating itself.
Isn't this all about breaking the cycle? Isn't this all about making sure that history doesn't repeat itself? That whatever pain and suffering has happened to you, that you don't pass on?
And he didn't want to raise a child by himself, all right, because he saw the pattern of things. I mean, Harry knows what he's talking about. This is why he said, if you knew what I know. All right, and I thank God Harry and Meghan decided to leave. Okay, I never thought I would say it either, but the best thing to happen is that Harry and Meghan cut out from the toxic aisle. The toxic pressure was designed to crush them completely. Yep, absolutely. And Harry had said something in the UN where he was talking about the thing that they were doing to Mandela, is that it was designed to do that, to crush him in some shape or form.
In a letter from prison, he wrote, I feel my heart pumping hope steadily to every part of my body. To a freedom fighter, hope is what a lifebelt is to a swimmer. It moved me even more when I saw the date. August 1st, 1970. 7 years into Mandela's imprisonment, not even 1/3 of the way through. In those circumstances, how many of us would have lost hope and let our lifebelts slip away? How many of us would have been broken by a system designed to do exactly that?
So that just reminds me of that. Okay. Even bigger thank you to God for holding, supporting, and protecting Harry and Meghan throughout these trials and tribulation. There's the prayer and the heart. The devil and his minions will always fail. Amen. That's for sure. And our prayers that we keep on throwing, you know, every chances that we get, and some on my videos, depending on how I feel, they are helping. All right, this is the last one before I start another video. Oh my God, I have so much, and I added a whole bunch when I started this podcast too. Next to it, and this is the last one. And remember what happened when our engagement was cut short in Australia? The KP staff immediately started briefing against her. I am not aware of that.
quick. Only 15 minutes. Oh, I see. Only 15 minutes. It's no good. It's better take another time to come again, eh?
I expected to be a little more longer to see all the handicrafts of the woman in Fiji. And yeah, we just expect the security, eh? All the bodyguards, they're doing their job, so we're thankful for that.
Let's see here. There's Visit. Her account of asking her team to make news of the fire public and letting her miss an engagement has been questioned by multiple sources who insist members of the modern royal family cannot and will not be forced to undertake official duties against their will. One said the Duchess could have stayed at the residence with her son Archie if she had chosen to. She had previously skipped engagement during a tour of Australia due to feeling tired and unwell during her pregnancy. Okay, I'm not aware of that, but okay, there's the receipt. Multiple sources. Whenever I see unnamed sources I cited in a UK article, I just assume whichever royal reporter wrote the piece was talking to themselves. Okay, assume, not assumed. Okay, damn. I also recall that when Princess Meghan took the afternoon off when they visit Fraser Island, the Rodovats raised a stink even though they, a few later, quietly admitted that the terrain was too rough. The ride wouldn't have been recommended for a pregnant woman. That I remember. Okay, and why did that happen? Because her security was compromised. I believe Meghan, don't believe the type. They provide insufficient security. The market was way too open and she was completely vulnerable. They wanted her dead. Wow. Wow. They're sending her places outside of the UK, not on their soil. That's what was happening. All those engagements while she's pregnant, they're sending her away to do all of this. But God is good. God is good. Their nonsense did not work. Meanwhile, Meghan and Harry were collecting armies. Okay? Soldiers, foot soldiers. Me, you, and other people who saw the truth that was happening. Wow. Fiji market, yes, cut it short due to security cause huge blow up. They accuse of her attacking her security and being mean to the woman there, even though it was all on film. Alright, even though it was all on film. It would be so much simpler if they just acknowledge how she and Harry felt in that moment. Why try to argue how Archie's parents felt at the time, wrecked and pressure. Okay, and I think there's a difference between being ill and risking discomfort in public and being psychologically devastated by an incident that could have killed her child. The firm will not get away with it this time. Yeah, that reminds me of a tweet that Dr. Scholler put out, that the world is watching. I take issue with forced. It leaves open the deniability of pressuring someone who we already know is sensitive about letting people down by saying something isn't done or wouldn't be looked on favorably by the family or host nation, which is basically what she said. Okay, multiple sources, but yet still those multiple sources didn't see fit to make the fire incident known to the public when it happened. Instead, they cover it up with a bogus story. All of them are baggage for God. Baggage for God. Now, guess what? If they had dealt with it appropriately back then, now there's the entire world is talking about it. The entire world is talking about it. Her podcast is #1 around the globe. Now the entire world is talking about it. If they had dealt with it appropriately at the time, okay, nobody will care if she mentioned it now. But they didn't do it, and then now the world is knowing. The last line of the first paragraph, I remember reading in Diana her true story, how she was tired after a bunch of engagement in a day and asked if they could have a break, but they said something like, sorry ma'am, we have a schedule, we have to stay on buck up. Okay, highly unlikely they have been understanding all kind if Meghan tried to take an engagement off. But if the others said they'll take a break, it's quickly. They change everything. They all are baggage for God. That's all I know. Wait, did they not say earlier today that she had to go to the next engagement because otherwise, quote, she will have let down people displaced by apartheid? Okay, I'm sure I read that. Let's see here. What's the What? These people are crazy. Clown. Also, the only engagement she missed were those she couldn't do as pregnant woman under doctor's advice, and they were so obvious. The terrains ride, for instance, and the jungle to free turtles. She attended all the other. Why are they lying? Okay. And wasn't there was something? What was not? I know COVID was not there at that time. Is it Zika or something? Mosquito or whatever? Even that. There was that was going on. If the institution was very concerned for her, they would tell her not to even go to any of that. Okay, the Zika virus, I believe, was going on. So now when we put everything together, we could see their intention, the royal family intention. All right, I think she knew deep down things were not right with how she was treated. She would have been worried and anxious. This was well into when they knew they had to leave. Anxiety level would have been high for both of them. That remind me when Harry was at the well child, when he break down knowing that things that could happen while Meghan was pregnant, and how the baby might have come out. All right, let's do a prayer. There's more comment, but I want to move on, and it's already an hour. Prayer for, let's do, since I said well child, let's say well-being and protection. Let's put protection. Okay, protection is always good. Okay, let's see here. All right, grant, O Lord, thy protection and protection, strength and strength, understanding and understanding, knowledge and knowledge, the knowledge of justice. That for sure, we need justice for all the things that she went through. All right, and everything else in the world. Okay, people need to be fair. All right, let's pick up prayer. Let's do this one. This one came to mind. Prayer for good health and protection. Lord above, you have been the sword that has cut down the different agents that will have harmed me and my loved ones. Now I pray that you be my shield, that I'll protect me and my loved ones from all illnesses. Father, you are an immovable and indestructible mountain, and if there was any other supreme God that guarantees protection, I do not know of him. All I know is you, who has been with me and offering guidance to safekeep me. So Lord above, I pray that you protect me and my family throughout all occurrences in our lives. I thank you for listening and answer this prayer. Amen. Yeah, I think that fits perfectly. I'm not gonna read another one. So let's see how the thing that I was uploading is doing. Where is it? Okay, there's this one. Oh no, this is something else. Okay, so it's still checking. So I don't know when I'm gonna schedule it. 27 is tomorrow. Where is my last? Let's look. This is how I usually schedule it. So 31st, so that's gonna be September 1st. Where is it? September 1st. Okay, for now. Okay, depend on how YouTube view it. If there is how do you call this, if there is copyright, then I'll fix that and change it. But if there's nothing, most likely I'm gonna put it live today, the day that I'm recording this video right now. But YouTube tends to have stuff. All right, so add suitability. I think everything should be fine, but I don't want to give them that heads up yet, because I know some people are monitoring my back end. So if this is okay, I'm gonna make it public today, the day that I'm recording. So that's it. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you, and thank you for your support. And yeah, that's it. I'm gonna do video number 2 now.